Hi, my name's Alex and I'm an introvert and a vegan outreach leafleter. Some might think those are not very compatible things, but actually there's quite a lot of us introverts doing very well at leafleting. So what vegan outreach does is it creates really well written and researched leaflets, and these are usually handed out to young adults. And this is an incredibly effective way of reaching people who are most likely to make changes in their lives and also have most of their lives still ahead of them. You can find lots of information about vegan outreach on their website, veganoutreach.org. When I first heard about all this, it sounded like a wonderful thing to do, but that I wouldn't be the best person to do it. I actually worried that I'd be doing more harm than good if I tried to do it. And I figured I'd be more useful just sending them a donation and letting more extrovert people do the actual leafleting, so at first that's what I did. A short time afterwards I heard Joe Espinosa talk to Eric Marcus on a Vegan.com podcast. Joe's one of the top volunteer vegan outreach leafleters and an introvert. One of the things in particular stuck with me, that even with all his leafleting experience, he still sometimes felt nervous when starting a leafleting session, but thinking about how much worse the animals must feel put it into context. So I decided to give it a go, and the rest is history. I'm now at about 13,000 leaflets handed out since I started in 2009. So here's a few tips to bear in mind when leafleting as an introvert. You can start small, send out for a box of 300 leaflets, and they come in bundles of 50, and then just take one bundle with you and go to a college and hand them out. And it'll take you about 15 to 30 minutes, and sure, you'll probably feel nervous at first. I mean, pretty much everyone does. But once you've handed out a few leaflets, that tends to go away and you feel okay about it. Even if you feel nervous the whole time you're leafleting, you can stand it for like 15 or 30 minutes, right? You won't have to do much talking. Some extrovert leafleters do a lot of bantering with people, and that can work well for them. I mostly just smile and offer people a leaflet, and that seems to work just as well. And sometimes I say the same stock phrase over and over, like information to help animals. And do try to offer the leaflet individually to each person as much as you can, rather than just standing out to the side and holding the leaflet out. And don't feel that you have to be perfect. I mean, I know I'm not, and I don't know the answer to every single question I might get asked, but if you don't know the answer, you can always just refer people back to veganoutreach.org or veganhealth.org if they've got a health-related question. And don't worry about people being too antagonistic, and this is so rarely the case. I've never really run into anything I felt like I couldn't handle. People are surprisingly nice. I mean, you're smiling at them, you're being nice, they're nice back. Just be pleasant yourself, and people are pleasant back to you, and they'll either just take a leaflet, or they'll decline politely, or they'll just ignore you, and those are all fine. So introverts are usually fine at talking to one or two people at a time, and if you do have to talk at all, that's usually what it's like. And usually I hold 50 leaflets at a time, and at the back of the stack I just hold a few copies of the Guide to Cruelty-Free Eating as well, and then I'm usually handing out from the top of the stack to just everybody I can get to take one, and then if anybody shows an interest, I offer them a Guide to Cruelty-Free Eating from the back of the stack. I'm not sure if this will help everybody, but I also find it helpful to think of it like acting or performing. Just act the part of the smiling, friendly leafleter, and even if you think that's not the real you, I find that really helps. You can leaflet on your own or with someone else. If you want to leaflet with someone else, just contact Vegan Outreach and they'll put you in touch with someone in your area who's already leafleting. If you're in the Toronto area and you want to leaflet with me, leave a message in the comments section, I'll get in touch with you. And remember, introverts are conscientious, motivated and self-starters, and 90% of the battle is just getting out there and doing it. So I think that's an advantage that introverts have with leafleting. And one last thought, John Camp is the top vegan outreach leafleter, and he's handed out over 900,000 leaflets. That's 0.9 million. Must be an extrovert, right? Nope, he's an introvert too. So give it a go. It's the most worthwhile and effective activism you can possibly do. So please like, share and subscribe, and love you all.